Hi everyone, Paul Seymour back, and I'm real excited today because I got a new product in, and it's the Kodak EIS Sport. And if you've been following along with any of the reviews I've been doing lately, you know that my favorite mini HD camcorder out there is the Kodak Zx3, and this is in the Kodak family, and this one just came out, and I'm going to be comparing the Zx3 to the new waterproof Kodak EIS Sport. And just off the get-go, let me show you some of the things about this camera that are different. First off, the size. It's definitely smaller than the Zx3, which runs about the size of a BlackBerry, and it's a little bit smaller than that. What I noticed immediately that I really like is just the feel of this camera. Now, because it's waterproof, they had to make it pretty solid, and the minute you pick this thing up, you can tell it's a lot harder, it's a lot heavier than the Zx3, which is mostly plastic. It has some compression screws here in the frame, and the lens even looks like it's more glass maybe than plastic, and just everything just a lot more solid on this camera. Now, the rest of it, as far as what I've seen so far, and we'll know more when I do the side-by-side video test, but I've noticed one thing: the zoom in and out feature, which I believe on these cameras is all digital because I don't believe these optics move at all. But it's definitely smoother on this new camera than it is on the Zx3. The Zx3 tends to go in kind of jerky and come out kind of jerky, and this is definitely more smooth than the Zx3 from what I could see on here. Now, what kind of things are you sacrificing? Well, you are sacrificing the pop-up USB, which this camera has, which is a nice feature, and it can be charged from there, which is also nice. So you are giving up that. You are giving up, which for a lot of people, this is a huge thing about the Zx3 that they love, is you're giving up that external microphone jack, which is really pretty cool, because as you can see right now, I'm using I'm not sure if you can see it, but I have a little wireless lavalier microphone attached right to my chest, and I'm actually shooting on my Canon GL2, but I could be using this, and the same receiver that I plug into the GL2 to record this wireless mic, I could plug right into this Zx3 and record in high definition. So it doesn't have that, so you're giving up that feature. It does still shoot in 1080p. It does still have image stabilization. It does still have the faces feature that the Zx3 has. I found the setup to be a little bit better. You can see the back, and it's still pretty much the same, except that instead of a straight line across, the keys are staggered down, and it still boots in fairly quickly, in about the same amount of time. It does have a smaller display, but the display looks really good. And from what I've seen so far, the sound quality seems to be pretty decent. It's really neat how it does open here. Now, these pop open, and you can see the little rubber gasket, and you can tell, you're looking right here. To me, it looks like this may be an aluminum frame. It's definitely more solid camera. I'm pretty sure that's aluminum. And then you can see the rubber gasket and the screws, and and this is where your battery compartment is, and right here is where your SD card goes in. And you kind of just squeeze this down and then push this little lock up to lock it in. And there's only two places where this camera opens. The other spot is over here, where your HDMI cable can go in. Your USB. Now, I did notice they're using a different USB on this. It's not the the standard one that's I guess the more common one out there. They're using I think they call this mini USB, and which I've seen on some Blackberries, and some newer phones are switching to that mini USB. So it does use that. Um, it will still, like I don't even use the on my Zi8. I charge mine with usually with external charger. Uses the same batteries as the Zi8, so if you have extra batteries with that, it's fine. And the other thing I was real happy to see, um, if you haven't seen it, I did that other review on the mini wide angle lens that you can get out there at usbfever.com, and it fits, as you can. Let me see if I can get up there. You can see I already added my little extra ring to mine, and you can see that fits real nice. Now, and there I can have a wide angle shot. Now, just a word of warning, don't put the wide angle lens on, gang, and bring it underwater. Okay, these obviously the one from USB Fever was not made to go underwater, so if you do that, you're probably going to damage this lens. And there's no guarantee that this little metal ring that attaches that magnetic lens on there is going to stay on there. But for shooting on land and everything, hey, this is great. I mean, I guess you could take this thing and just wash it off if you had to, because it is waterproof up to 3 meters, which is about 10 feet underwater. It does have a mode. If you go underwater, you have to switch it to underwater mode, I guess, so that it can focus properly. And I'm probably going to take it to my local gym where I have a pool and bring it in the pool and check it out and see how it works. So I'll do some underwater tests for you too, and I'll get those posted as soon as I can. So that's the new toy this week. It's the Kodak EIS Sport. Right now, I'm loving it so far. Sturdy, strong, has all the same features as the Zi8. You are giving up the microphone jack, like I said, and you are giving up the pop-up USB, but gives you a whole nother, realm of things you can do with this. Now, I live in New Jersey, and I do a lot of surfing, and I was going to bring my Flip before, because the Flip had a waterproof case that they made, but then I saw that this was coming out. I decided to wait, and I'm going to take this out surfing with me out on the surfboard, because I think that'll just be really, really cool to get some surfing pictures out in the water with everybody. And since I don't go deeper than 10 feet when I'm surfing, shouldn't be any problems. So that should be cool. Look forward to that. It's still March, guys, so it's going to be a little while before I don't start surfing until about June, but I'll get those out as soon as I can. So that's it for now. I'll give you some updates with some added video to it when I can. Thanks for watching my product review. If you'd like to see any of my other product reviews, you can go to my website at www.silverscreenads.net. If you're interested in the Kodak Sport, there is a link there where the Kodak Zi8 review is, and that will take you to the Kodak store. I was able to pick mine up at Best Buy. It was $149 at Best Buy, but if you don't have a Best Buy, you can go to the Kodak store and get one shipped out to you. Thanks for checking out my blog and watching this review, and have a great day, everyone.